Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you're finding reasons to smile, laugh, enjoy life, appreciate everything and everyone around you. It is 1 a.m., just after 1 a.m. Eastern Time here in Boston. It's windy as anything outside right now. Um, I am extremely tired. As you know, I've been having issues with low energy, and if it continues on um, for if it continues to persist, I am gonna have to go to the doctors because this physical energy, is insane. I've never been this out of it. Well, I haven't been this out of it in quite a while, so I gotta get back on something. I don't know. I need to do something different. I'm even thinking of starting a juice fast this weekend. Do a 3-day juice fast. Um, and just got something delivered today at home. I'm debating if I want to put it together on a live stream or if I want to make it just its own video. Um, I'm not sure yet. I'm struggling. But as the title says, I gotta keep going. I've gotta take care of myself, but I also gotta keep going. I got a dream. I believe in my dreams. I believe in myself. I believe all that I wish and dream and desire is something that can be manifested. I believe it's in the works. I may get stressed out and concerned about my life here and there when, life throws you a speed bump. But I gotta keep going. And I encourage you to do the same. I know it's not always easy. I know our minds get in the way, life around us gets in the way. And I'll put a prayer out to everybody right now that I wish and pray for anything that you might have going on to be mended, to be healed, to be uplifted. If you're dealing with health, relationship, money, I hope all that you're praying for comes to you. And the topic of love has been on my mind a little bit lately as well. And speaking of love, if you want to show love to this channel and to this stream, make sure you hit the like button. If it's your first time here, hit the notification, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share out, not this stream, you don't even have to share out the stream, but go check out some of my other content, see what speaks to you and share that out. I'd rather you share out the content that actually, that you connect with. Because I have everything from poetry to music to cooking videos to motivational videos to fitness and health videos. So I got a variety of things. So make sure you go check out some of the playlists, see what you connect with, and share that out. I am tired as you know. Like, can you see it? And I even had a frappuccino that had caffeine in it, so to try to boost my energy. And I should have known better because coffee really doesn't boost my energy that much. Sometimes it actually makes me, I tend to have the adverse effect when it comes to coffee. But I've been struggling a lot with my physical energy, not even my emotional or mental energy. I mean, there might be a little bit of that, but because I'm feeling it more physically, it's not registering whether it's emotional or not. Because, like, I'm not feeling one way or another. I'm getting frustrated and unmotivated because of my lack of energy. But, so I think this weekend I'm going to try to do a juice fast. Um, I even text one of my brothers to see if he wants to do it with me. Do it, Friday, Saturday, Sunday juice fast. I'll see if I can encourage my mother too, because she's the harder one to convince. She'll say she'll do it, and then she'll go get a snack. you know, so I know I need to change something because this lethargicness, this fatigue is insane. Something has to change. So, other than that, I'm great. I think. Um, Although, like I said, the topic of love has been kind of on my mind as well. And just in general, not even because of anything in my own life, just in general, just like it's a mixture of the issues I have in my relationships, and just in general, and it's kind of what I think. It's kind of what sparked the spoken word that I put out last night. Um, and something else almost started forming tonight, and I almost did another one. I should have recorded it in this. Um, yeah, I should have recorded it and just put it and scheduled it for next week. Oh, but it's all good. I am tired. I can even see it. Not only can I feel it, I can see it. I can see it in my eyes. You still here? I feel like you jumped out for a minute. Unless YouTube is being a doo-doo head. So last night I worked a little bit on the Love Lift track. Still has a long way to go, which kind of stinks because I wanted to get a video up by the 15th, and so tomorrow night I may not go live so I can work on it more. Maybe even if I end this in an hour, maybe, or maybe do it on. I don't want to do it because it was nice to be able to do it without the current concern of the stream. And just be able to focus on it. And the other thing is, I'd have to read the lyrics. Because I'm thinking of changing the tempo of the wording. Let me check something. Okay. But, yeah. I don't know. Who think Nicole's gonna be in? Because I think she was going to bed early, at least early for her. By the sound of it, it sounds like Tiffany's been kind of missing in action the last day or so. Um, she's got a family, so it's understandable. But like I said, I got something in the mail, and hopefully I can start putting it together soon. And I'm debating whether I want to do it as a review video or do it as a live stream, putting it together. Um, and testing it out. Because recently I don't think I posted it on YouTube. I might have. I don't remember. But so for Christmas, one of my brothers gave me $100 gift card from Target, and it took me up until this past week to think of something, to order something. For the last couple of months, I've been thinking of getting something, and I kept putting it off. And then I showed it to my brother. He's like, yeah, go for it if you think you can do it. And I was like, well, the price is decent, and I can use the gift card, so I'm not losing out. I'm not using my own money. Um, and I actually ended up buying two things. One of them was, to help more with my music stuff, which was a mic stand. Might not sound like something significant, but I needed a mic stand for the microphone that I had. So got that. And then, and that wasn't a big, the reason why I kind of downplayed that, because the mic stand is really not that expensive. It's like $20, for a basic mic stand. And, I could have got that with my own money, but I figured since I had the gift card, I might as well use it, right? The other thing is more for my health and fitness. And I'm trying not to say it because I do want to make a video out of it. I mean, it's not a huge, again, not a big deal, but like, it's a big deal in the sense that, I bought it with the intention of really using it and taking advantage of it and giving me less excuse not to take care of myself, so you shall see that when I get it. Well, I have it. It came in the mail today, got delivered today, and it's just a matter of making sure I have the tools to put it together. God, I'm tired. I am really, really, really tired. And the worst thing is, I've been having, usually when I go home, I have no problems going right to sleep, or like within a half hour of getting home, going right to sleep. Lately, I've been having trouble just falling asleep, and like I can feel myself being awake an hour after lying down, and then I randomly wake up, not just to go to the bathroom, but I just randomly wake up, and then it takes me a minute to fall back to sleep again. So I don't know what's going on. But I wonder where anybody is. Wish there were people here, because then I can say, okay, what should I do? Work on music or work on art? I could show you where I am with the last art piece, the last Sharpie art piece. No, I'll show you a little bit of both. I know nobody's here, but I know somebody's going to come back and watch this later. And when you do, I'm going to tell you no, I appreciate it. So, last time I worked on the art piece, I just deepened the colors, darkened up the colors that were already there, and add some black. Now I just gotta add some white to give it the essence of clouds. And I still don't know what to put in the middle. I'm really not sure what to do in the middle of this. But I'm liking it. It's really giving this a reason to pop and give it like more of a texture to it. And then, and I know and then, I need to get charged. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna last on the stream tonight. I mean, just trying to talk is like my brain keeps going. Foodie, you still in here? Or is it somebody else? I keep seeing a number like glitching. Last thing I saw was, how's it going? So hopefully you're in here talking. Testing. 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 Alright, so I'll bring the volume up. How much the volume stinks on here. Last night I was primarily working on the beat for this. So I'll put it up like this. That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or makes you laugh to your beat. Her intentions are simple, bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, you know her heart is truly pure. I don't know how I feel about that. No, she didn't always have it all. Like you, she had her stumbles, her falls. One of them tries to say, hey, I'm gay. I'll ripple to change the game. And yes, like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today. With all that she does for the people of the world, you think that'd be... Alright, so that's all I get for the moment. I know it doesn't sound like much just yet, but it's... It's still in the works. Unfortunately, like I said, obviously I got bad speakers, and the only way for me to really work on this is with my headphones on. I don't know, now I kind of want to work on it.
She said, be kind to one another, laugh with each other. She said, help
Help
one
one
another,
another, show
show
love
love
to
to
each
each
other.
other.
That's a message.
That's her.
I'm taking that, muting that, because I'm not going to keep it anyway.
Show love
To
to
each
each
other.
other.
That's a message to the world with everything.
Show love to each other.
That's a message to the world with everything that she does. That's a message to the world with everything that she does. I don't know what I want to do with that.
Show love to each other. Help one another.
Show
Show
love
love
to
to
each
each
other.
other.
That's a message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or makes you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Spread love to the world. Whether she laugh with every tear and every... Yeah, I lost. So, who's in here? Still you, Foodie? Who's in the chat? Checking to make sure that this is working or not.
She said, be kind
To
to
one
one another.
another, laugh
Laugh
with
with
each
each other.
other,
She said,
said
help
help
one
one
another.
another, show
Show
love to
love
each
to
other.
each other.
That's her message to the world with everything that she does. See, I'm already missing the lyric.
Show
Love
love
to
to
each
each other.
other. That's her message to the world. And I already messed it up.
One another. Show love to each other. Show love to each other.
That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, her heart's truly pure. Now she didn't always have it all. No, she didn't always have it all. She had her stumbles, her falls. She had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. Our ripple that would change the game. Like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today.
With help on them.
The reason why some of this is a little louder than the rest, is because I'm using the original mic I used was the microphone at home, but because I'm playing around with it right now, it's it's coming. The mic is a little. It's different than the mic I have at home, so the tone is not the same. I almost got through that whole thing too, that whole first verse. And if I wasn't so afraid of this messing up, I don't know, do I want to take a chance? Maybe I'll do at least this part. Hopefully this doesn't screw up. So let me get the verses up.
Gotta show love to each other.
That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her intentions are simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, know her heart is truly pure. No, she didn't always have it all. Like you, she had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. I'll ripple to change the game. Like, I almost had the whole thing right there. I always stumble over that one part though. Yeah, I kind of forgot I still need my headphones to like. Alright, that just messed up, but I'm back. Okay, I'm back again. What's up, JV? How are you? I'm back. I'm back. You still here? Alright, cool. Yeah, I was trying to read my lyrics and try to re-record my vocals for the Ellen song. And of course, my phone started messing up, so I had to shut down the lyrics. I might still try to attempt it because I almost have it all memorized. That first verse almost fully memorized. I'm gonna try it, but I gotta put my headphones on because I'm using the computer mic and it picks up. It's gonna pick up on the music. And I think I'm slowly getting the beat where I want it. And since you're in here, JV, and I know you appreciate the art more than everybody loves my art, but you show the most. I feel like you definitely show the most love. So this is what I was working on the other day. This is this is as far as I got. I just darkened everything. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna add white to make it more like clouds. Give it more of a cloud feel. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that. And debating if I want to add, lettering. I might even make this into a t-shirt. I'm not 100% sure. Because it may look cool, but it may be a lot to put on a shirt. Um, for sure. No problem. No rush. No rush. I completely understand the financial setbacks. I'm in the same boat. My husband is feeling it more than I am because when my finances are not in the best place, I can't help him, you know, and he gets upset about it. I'm back. You still here? Hi, Tiffany. Who's here? I asked. I'm having technical difficulties. I was having technical difficulties. But yeah, no, like I was starting to say that, I'm having my own financial issues. I'm trying to stay positive, believing that, that magical moment's going to happen, that big blessing, financial blessing is going to come sooner than later. Um, but it's tough when you're in the middle of your issues, you know. And I feel bad for my husband. We got you, Tiffany. I know how it. I know what. I know. I don't know what you're going through, but I understand, regardless of your situation. Right now, my bigger frustration is not even my finances. My bigger frustration right now is my physical energy and my health. I don't know what's going on with me, but I've been I have no energy throughout the day, and you can see it in my eyes right now. Like my brain, my body and my brain is fried. I don't know what's going on, and if it continues on, I'm gonna give it another couple days or whatever. And if it continues on, I'm gonna have to make an appointment with my doctor to make sure nothing else is going on. Um, but right now, my energy. That's the other thing. That's the other thing is that usually when I get home, I can within a half hour of getting home, I haven't usually don't have an issue going to sleep. Lately, I get home and I lie down. I'm not wide awake, but I'm awake enough. I'm awake enough that I can't fall asleep. And even when I close my eyes, I can feel myself still being alert. Because if you're sleeping, you're not alert. If you're really deep sleeping, you know, you don't really hear much unless it's a loud noise. Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking of doing this weekend is doing a 3 day juice fast, liquid fast. Make fresh homemade juices and smoothies. Drink, plenty of water. Um, Anything outside of the juices or smoothies and water, maybe a tea, unsweetened tea, or I won't do black coffee. I can't do it. When it comes to coffee, I like the smell of coffee, but black coffee I can't tolerate it. Well, the whole point, the reason why I want to do the juice fast is to try to reset my body. You know, and I'm doing it over the weekend because I don't, Friday and Saturday I don't work, and Sunday I don't work until I don't have to go out until after um, after 10. So I figured that Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be the best option for me. Um, and just to see if it helps, because the doing the fast is what is going to detox me, so I know my energy might drop even a little bit more, but usually, but I think once I cleanse out a little bit, kind of do a reset, hopefully things start to feel a little bit better. Yes, that too. And normally I can. Usually this is what happens, right? Because you guys know I'm here and I'm working the overnight, right? So I get off work roughly around 6:30 a.m. because that's usually when I get relieved. By car, I can get home in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes because of, depending on traffic. Um, the only thing I usually do when I get home is I feed my cats. I might have some toast or something, but usually I don't eat anything when I get home. I just go to bed. I go to lie down, and usually I might play with my phone for a minute, and I'm tired enough that I'm dropping the phone, and I put it down within 15, 20 minutes of lying down. Lately, I'm going home, and I don't feel as tired. I don't feel tired enough to sleep. And then what happened, and normally if I'm doing my normal routine, which I've been trying to do, I can sleep, I can feel decent. I can wake up around 12:31 p.m. Um, right around noontime. I can wake up around noontime and be good for a while, and then maybe take an hour nap before work or something. But what's been happening is, I start to wake up, not fully awake enough to want to get to wake up. I go eat something, and within a half an hour of eating, I want to go lie back down, and then I sleep for another 2 to 3 hours, and then the rest of my day is gone. I'm not back up until 7 or 8. Or if I push like today, I pushed myself to stay awake because I'm trying to reset my sleeping. I figured if I could push myself to stay awake and take a later nap, that by the time and try to stay awake throughout my whole shift today, that way, hopefully in the morning when I get home, I'm tired enough just to knock out. So, but I don't know where. And you guys know I've been complaining about my physical. Forget about the emotional stuff that's gone on. Like last week, I had a couple things going on. Put those things to a side, and a little bit of stress I have over money, put that to the side. You guys know I've been having this physical tiredness for like a good 2 or 3 weeks now, and I feel like this week has been like even tougher. Like I even tried to change. Possibly, possibly, but I can't really afford to do it at the moment. You know. Well, I know I do have hypothyroidism. So I mean, it could be that it could be the levels are off at the moment. So the fasting might actually help that. Because when I first diagnosed, yeah, low thyroid, I believe, can cause that. But I remember when I was first diagnosed with the low thyroid, they tried to give me medication, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're gonna have to take this for the rest of your life." I was like, if I drastically change my diet, if I work on my diet and lose weight or do whatever, could that help? No, I will. If it continues on past next week, I'm definitely gonna have to make an appointment because it's getting frustrating and the warm weather's coming, and it could just be that I'm having a vitamin D deficiency because I haven't really, be, you know, I haven't been wanting to go out. So that could be it too. That I'm not getting enough sunlight. Because I was thinking of that too. It could be that I'm just having a little bit of trouble with you know vitamin D deficiency. So I want, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I want to do the juice fast this weekend. Try to boost my immune system, reset, reset everything, so to speak. Um, I'm debating on whether to get. I already take a multivitamin for women, and thinking of adding on extra vitamin D to see if that helps, and try to push myself out the door, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Um, Because the other thing I was doing this week, right, is that just so I can try to get a workout in. Like I haven't gone to the gym, but what I have been doing is um, Monday and Tuesday when I got up after I took my shower, I would stretch and do a short workout in the house, and then I would eat. Because I was like, if I eat first, I know I'm gonna get tired, so I might as well try to work out before and see if that boosts my energy a little bit. And yeah, so all right, let me see if I can get refocused on this for a second, and then I'll let you listen. It's not gonna sound the greatest, but let me see what I can do. I gotta remember the words again. I was trying to do the double screen, but that screwed up my phone, so I wasn't able to do that. I am so tired. I am so tired. Okay, ready? To each other. Wait. No, you don't go there. You go here. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Yeah. That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, you know her heart's truly pure. You know her heart. Damn it. Gosh darn tootin'. I accidentally deleted it. So I gotta do it again. That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Almost. That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Oh no. Okay, ready? That's her message to the world with everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, you know her heart is truly pure. No, she didn't always have it all. She had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. The ripple to change, the ripple to change the game. Where is it? I think I actually want to start after that. So I need to turn this down. That was loud as. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Split it, don't delete it. Okay. So we're gonna start right about there. It follows. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. Hey Minji, how are you? No, I'm not gay. You know somebody's gonna come across this and clip that out and say that I said that. Aloveproductions said, and I'm like, no, I didn't. You know, I want to take it out of context. Numbers her phone. Numbers her phone. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. It's not working. Okay, so before I do it, so let me start back here. Yeah, the stumbles, so falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. See, it's not how I want to say it, though. I'm going to see what I can do. Alright. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. Okay, hold on. Stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. Let's see how I feel about that. A ripple to change the game. Yes, like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today. Okay, so. Say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. Almost. A ripple to change the game. I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. No, no. Say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. Okay, I think I got it. I'm the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. Yes, like you. I'm supposed to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. And yes, like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today. Alright, Alright, so I'll let you listen. Hopefully it's not too loud. Alright. I know it's not going to sound the greatest, but it's what I got, and please excuse your ears. You, Yeah, I've been putting prayers out for everybody. Alright, so let's listen. JV, you still in here somewhere? Or did he leave? Let me go back up. Alright, so we'll do it from the beginning. Oh,
Said be kind to one another. Laugh with each other. She said help one another. Show love to each other.
that's her message to the world. With everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, you know her heart is truly pure. No, she didn't always have it all. She had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple to change the game. And yes, like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today. Again, this is not the end result. So, look at her today. Look, I'm not even gonna.
She said be kind.
I might have to move this over. See if that works.
She said be kind to one another. Kind to one another. She said be kind to one another.
Trying to line it up.
Laugh. She said be kind to one another. Laugh with. She said be kind to one another. Laugh with each other. She said be kind to one another. Laugh with each other. She said help one another. Show love to each other.
That's a message to the world. I think I'm leaving it like that for now. I did have a different sound in there, but I muted it so I could get the drum beat together. I don't know if it's still gonna work with this. I may have to record it a little differently. I may still use it, but not in the same way. Please hit that like button. There's only 2 people here. I think you've all already hit the like button. Alright, so let me play this one a little bit again.
She said be kind to one another. Laugh with each other. She said help one another. Show love
to each other. That's her message to the world. With everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple.
Bring love to the world.
How come I'm not hearing
With
it?
every tear and every
Might
smile,
be mine.
you know her heart is truly pure. No, she didn't always have it all. She had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey,
Oh no, that's not
I'm
gonna
gay.
work.
A ripple that
Okay, that's definitely not gonna work for this. I'm gonna have to find a different sound. Originally, I thought it would work, but not anymore.
show love to each other. That's her message to the world. With everything that she does. Whether she gives 10 G's or make you laugh till you pee. Her message is simple. Bring love to the world. With every tear and every smile, you know her heart is truly pure. No, she didn't always have it all. She had her stumbles, her falls. One of the first to say, hey, I'm gay. A ripple that changed the game. And yes, like you, she had a few dark days. But look at her today. Look at her today.
So yeah, that little chime in the background, that doo doo doo. I gotta do something different with that. It's not gonna work with the direction it's going in. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is what you learn about music, okay? Kind of like videos, you know, or any art form. Really, sometimes it can be very, very tedious, and you know, because you're trying to, especially if you're not like. I know music, okay? I know music, but to put a beat, to put music together, some people can naturally do it and they figure it out. I can figure it out, but I can't. I'm not at the level where I can put it exactly the way I want it to sound yet. And I'm not using um, the most common um, program. Uh, I'm back. My phone gave me its overheating message. If it does it again, I'm gonna have to end the stream. But uh, I'm back. I'm back. You there? Hello? Hey, come back. I'm back. Are you back? I'm back. Yeah, I got an overheating message from my phone. So I had to let it close for a second um, and unplug it. So I'm gonna let it stay on until it gives me another issue. If I get kicked off again, I'll come back just to end the stream. But for now, I'll stay on until it yells at me again. And as far as the music, I'm not gonna do any more with this tonight. And Tiffany, let me know for sure if you're gonna go on tomorrow night. That way, I won't go because then I'm already thinking of not going live tomorrow night so I can work on the Love Lift track. But knowing me, I might impulsively want to go on. But if you go on, I won't go on, and I'll just focus on doing my Love Lift track. because I want to get this done. I want to get the music done and get the video. Hopefully, I can get it done in the next 10 days. I want to try to get this up at least by the 15th, but we'll see. No worries. So, yeah, I'll stay on until either I have to charge my phone again or it kicks me off. So, um, or at least for another half hour, whichever comes first. Yeah, so I'll stay on for at least a half hour more, unless I get kicked off or my phone warns me. Um, so, you guys saw what I started working on in the beginning of the week. Um, last last night it didn't stream. I was working on the Love Lift track the night before. I darkened it up. And now what I'm gonna do is try to add some white to, give it more of a cloud-like look. Still unsure what I want to do with this middle piece, this middle section. Um, and debating if I want to add a word or something. But I'm not sure what I want to add to it. But let me get my white marker out regardless. And I can work on this for the next half hour or whatever. At least get the clouds started. I really do need to get more, oh, this is a new one? I don't want to use a new one. I didn't know I had two. I forgot I had two. I don't really want to use the new one yet if I don't have to. Maybe take you out. No, I don't want that one. I'll take you out. See where I want to start from. That might be a good thing to do. Okay, so we'll start up here. So, since I got a couple in here, I know we're all dealing with our individual lives and issues, and you know, I know it's not easy, and whether we're going through the same things or not, I'm sure we're all having the same relative emotions and feelings and whatnot. Let let you know that I feel you, I understand you. Keep your head up. I know it doesn't always feel like. Um, I know it doesn't always feel. I know we can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, especially if we're in the middle of something. We all fight our anxieties, our health, whether it's money or relationship. Know that you are not alone. Know that one way or another it has to get better. As they say, sometimes you have to go to through the through the storm to feel and see the blessings. Know that we all have a choice. We may not always have a choice of where we are at the moment, or at least we don't feel like we have a choice, because logically, logically, it would seem like who in their right mind would want to go through the hardships that we're going through. And if you believe in the law of attraction, if you believe in vibration, you know, that kind of plays with your mind. If that's something that you believe in, or you believe even parts of it, like that can play with your mind. Go, well, why would I want? They say, you get what you focus on, but when you're in the middle of it, it's a little tough to think outside of that. you know but and I'm in that same boat. Like, that's a constant, a constant, battle, a constant feel of. And welcome back, JV. But believe me, I literally can feel you, and I'm actually fighting at the second not to get too emotional, because I'm thinking of my own issues as well as everybody else's issues. Even if I don't know your issues, if I know you're going through something, you don't even have to speak on it. You know, I got family members that are going through stuff, and I know people around the world got things going on, even worse than what we may have going on in our personal lives. But no. And I know sometimes telling someone you're not alone doesn't always bring comfort. To some people, you say you're not alone, and they sit there and go, well, yeah, that doesn't help me. you know? Is this, for some people that statement is more of a, doesn't matter if I'm not alone. That means you can't help me. To them, it probably is more like, well, then you can't help me either if you're trying to tell me that you're in the same boat. And you all know I deal with my anxiety when it comes to like money issues and relationship issues and thank you. We all have something to give. We all have something to contribute, even when we don't feel like we do. Tiffany, with her photo readings, you know, it's a form of spiritual medium that brings healing, that brings, you know, closure to some extent, especially if it's with someone that has passed. If she's reading someone that's passed, you know, you all tell me about, with my art, and what I try to put out. And you notice, when I speak, I don't talk it. I don't. I try very hard not to speak in a boasting kind of way or like I'm the greatest. I'm the best. I'm not talking in a cocky kind of way. I always give you guys the credit. Go from what you tell me. Thank you. I'm tired, so I may get emotional. I'm actually trying to fight it right now, if you can't tell. I don't know how I feel about them. Yeah, but I know, especially financially, a lot of us are struggling with money. I'm constantly trying to figure out how I can make some more money or how I can boost my channel, and then my energy gets drained trying to figure it out. And I know someone else that's dealing with relationship issues, and I feel really bad for them. And, my husband's going through a tough time at the moment. And there's very little I can do to, there's very little I can do at the moment to make him feel better. Yeah. And I like how you were testing out, like, YouTube, not YouTube, like Facebook and Instagram. Might be the way to do it. You know what I found interesting, right, as I was listening to um, one of my, like, spiritual or motivational things this morning. And the video was, or what they were talking about was, the guy asked the woman, I feel a lot of fatigue a lot of the time. Can you help me to understand what that is from a vibration standpoint, from a spiritual, you know, I don't know who's familiar with Abraham Hicks. Um, she talks a lot of the law of attraction and vibration and all that, and she was like, well, part of the reason for the fatigue is a disconnect from your higher power, from your inner spirit. The part of you that knows everything is going to work out, that everything is going to manifest, that the universe or God, whatever your belief system is working everything out for you. And she said, you're having basically a disconnect. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what's happening with me. That could be a little bit of it. Could be. I've never had that done either. Maybe you gotta make some of those dream pillows for all of us, including yourself. Make one about money. A couple of them about money. Give us all good vibes on the topic of money. Make a money pillow. Money, money, money. Money. Money, money, money. Money. Yeah, what would bring prosperity? What would you use to make a prosperity pillow? Prosperity dream pillow? Because I'm assuming the dream pillow is based off of energy. You say you use herbs, but those herbs probably spark a particular, energy, So what would be something that would spark prosperity or abundance. Now, I know this is going to take a lot more work, and I don't know how much you're going to actually be able to see, because it's very, very light, at least to my eyes. And I'll probably read the darkened parts of this. I'll give you a little bit of a look. Tell me if you can see the essence of the clouds. My issue is I'm like favoring one side over the other. So show it in a second. Because this one I'm about to stop for a moment, like, no, keep going. I don't know what you can see. I don't know if you can see much. Yeah. But you can see a little bit of difference from this side to this side. This side I haven't done much to. This side I'm trying, but it's not really coming out. Maybe if I flip the camera. Let's see where I am. Time. Yeah. I don't know. So, yeah, see, it's kind of there, but not quite. It's just, the white is blending in a little too much. This side I can do anything on. This side, if I bring it closer, you can kind of see it. Like right here, right there, a little bit in there. But it's not 100% noticeable. I just gotta figure out what I'm putting in here. I don't know if I want to just continue the spiral, the rings going all the way in. I'm not sure. Because I was thinking of actually putting like, I don't know, like an actual picture or something in there, but I don't know exactly what I want to put. I'm down to 55%. Down to 55. So stay on until my phone hits 20%. That's if my phone doesn't decide to shut off on me. Um, I gotta go to I gotta potty. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Um, Yeah, you gotta keep doing what you love. Even if you only find an hour a day to do it. Even if you're not doing something like you necessarily love, you have to give yourself, like you tell us, find a moment to meditate, find a moment for prayer, find a moment just to sit quietly. Find, you have your love for music. Have your music playing while you're cleaning. To get your mind off of the fact that you're cleaning. And as far as the money situation, or like your everyday worries, and I know it's easier said than done. All right, it's something that we all struggle with. It's something we all try to figure out. How to work through it and believe that it's going to get better even when it doesn't seem like it's going to get better. We gotta figure out for ourselves how do we keep a good thought or positive thought or vibration when it comes to things like money, or a relationship. Relationships are a little harder because you're dealing with a second energy. It's not just your energy, you know. So to figure out how to just focus on your energy when it comes to that relationship and finding the acceptance and finding where's the fine line between acceptance and understanding and realizing this is no longer healthy, or this is no longer you know somewhere I need to be, or is a positive, and how much of it do you work on. Like, I'll be honest, like that's a constant thing for me. you know I'm not going to get into details, and I mean Tiffany knows a little bit more, because we've talked in private as well. But some of the relationships that I have with family and whoever, there's one side of it, you're sitting there going, is it true that if they're not speaking it's because they really don't have interest, or is it they don't have an interest in you? Do they don't have an interest in the relationship? Is it just because of what they personally have going on? Is it, and despite what they may have going on, you know, do you, and it's kind of what it sparked. If you didn't see the poem from last night, the spoken word that I put out about what is love, you know, how do what is your love? How do you express it? Is your love really unconditional? Is your love really, or does it have conditions? And how do you, and I obviously in the poem didn't go into detail, but like as far as unconditional love, where do you draw? Do you draw a line? Because unconditional love says it all. It's meant to be unconditional. You're not supposed to judge it. You're not supposed to, it's not supposed to conform to you or to the other person. But at the same time, and we all believe that we have unconditional love until that person does something that we don't agree with or makes us unhappy. So at that point, it becomes conditional. I love you except for this thing that makes me unhappy. So I need you to change this so I can be happy again and feel unconditional love for you. you know. And they say it's supposed to start with self love. I don't know, like, there's so many variables, and, you know, maybe we as humans really do dissect it more than it needs to be dissected, and that's why we screw up, you know, or like run from a relationship, or, you know, relationships become toxic or abusive or whatever, you know. I know there's insecurities, I know depression plays a part, you know. True. Oh no, I've been known to give multiple chances, you know. You don't know how many times I've been told to let go of a particular relationship. Those of you who know my videos, you might be able to read between the lines. You know, I've had plenty of people tell me, you know, it's not worth it, you should let it go. You know, they don't care. But then, and I fight with myself, regardless of what anybody else says, I fight with myself. Because again, is this just how, you know, someone is? Is it worth it to keep that in my life? For sure. You know, when, you know, you're being understanding and they're not, you know, is that a grounds for letting go? Is that, you know, I don't know. Not stuck in my head. I'm just kind of daydreaming. Yeah. Also, I'm tired, so I'm kind of drifting off and on, back and I'm drifting here and there. Thank you. It's one of those that have the straw inside. And if you see the name, it's not a it's not a sponsor. But I prefer the straw, the drink, the water bottles with the straw. Especially when I'm driving, because then I don't have to tilt my head. Or when I'm walking, I could just, you know, hold it this way and not go like this and potentially trip or fall. But You know, that's some of the stuff that's on my mind. Not in the sense like I don't feel like I'm stuck there. Like I'm trying not to let my mind go anywhere too deep. Like what I'm trying to do is when I find myself analyzing a little too much, I'm like, I try to redirect that analyzation to a more loving place. You know, I just want, in general, for everybody. You're back! And just in time, because I may only have about 10 minutes left. My phone is at 34%, and I said I will end it when my phone hits 20%. Hopefully, my phone doesn't decide to shut off at 20% because the lower it gets lately, the more it wants to mess up. Um, but, you know, I kind of forgot the name of this stream. I think it's got to keep going. And that's what we gotta do. We have to take moments for ourselves to breathe, to collect ourselves, to center ourselves, to refocus. And we have to constantly, no matter our situation, believe that the things that we desire most, the things that we pray for on a regular basis, is gonna be manifested. That God or the universe, whatever your belief system is, you know, it's at work for what we truly want, and we just have to put ourselves in a place to allow it to come in, to be able to see the signs, to see the signs that will guide us to where we to let those things happen or let those things in. you know and I mean, one of the things I'm trying to hold true and not have any resistance towards or any negative thoughts towards is winning the lottery. You know, or this, not even just winning the lottery, but having, money, having a large amount of money coming into my life or something, you know, life changing in the most positive way happen for me and my family. And you guys know that I've said it a million times before. The more the more that I grow in every way, especially financially, the more I'm able to grow, with my dreams and what I want to accomplish. The more that I want to help other people. Like the other night, I shouted out and basically dedicated my live stream to "I'm still here." What up, Austin? The other night, I basically dedicated my live stream to Roman Atwood and Mr. Beast. In, yep, just about 2 hours. But I'm gonna be ending shortly. As soon as my phone hits 20%, I'm at 30% now, so I would say about 10 minutes. But I basically dedicated my live stream the other night to Roman Atwood and Mr. Beast. Roman Atwood, I've been watching for years. Mr. Beast, I just heard about him a couple weeks ago and watched like 4 videos, and he's got my attention enough to like go, you know, I want to do stuff like these people do. Like Mr. Beast does it on a whole other level from what I've seen. Like he doesn't just give random people $100 here and $50 here. He's giving. He's giving. He went on Twitch what was it, a couple weeks ago or whatever, and literally gave random streamers, random gamers, $10,000. He literally like gave $10,000 donations to streamers on Twitch. This Mr. Beast guy. And then his last video with his friends, they did a contest to see who can sit in a Tesla the longest, and whoever did would win the Tesla. He even, I think, went up to a homeless person and gave them gave them $10,000. And the other day, this week, he didn't do like thousands of dollars. He did $50 here, $100 here. I think one person he gave 200 to. Roman Atwood went on Twitch as well, and he was purposely looking for the people that only get like five people watching, 10 people watching. He was looking for like the low end streamers, and he would put in he made a t-shirt, a Smile More t-shirt specifically to take $2. He's taken $2 from the sale of the specific t-shirt, right? And he's letting the money grow and giving back to low end streamers. He said he's gonna do it for YouTube and other platforms as well. So we'll see if he does that, and it will be awesome if he came here. But you know, for Roman, go to his website. I think it's called the Glitch shirt, right? It says Smile More, and then it has like little blue, I'm guessing like PlayStation, Xbox, whatever on the background. Go to the Smile More store, or I think it's romanatwood.com or smilemore.com. I forget which one it is, but look on that website. Look for the I'm sure he's got it listed. You know, right, for Roman Atwood. And he's got the Smile More shirt with the Smile More logo with the blue gaming design. I think that the design behind Smile More is supposed to be like Xbox, PlayStation, gaming stuff in the background. But it's like blue, a blue color behind the white Smile More. And I think it's only in a black colored shirt. I'm not sure. I'm sure. Nice. I'm still working on my watch hours, and my subscriber count is going back down again. So, I'm working on it, but I can't seem to get past 1,000 subscribers. I get to like 110, and it sits there, and it goes back down. And at last view, I was at like 1,300 watch hours. Yeah, I know. I've hit it like 6 or 7 times. I think I was joking saying that I hit it 8 times, but I honestly forgot how many times I've hit 1K. But if I can if I can get my watch hours up, that's definitely gonna be helpful. I'm roughly around 1,300. It might be a little bit more. I can't remember. I actually took a screenshot yesterday to show Nicole where to find her watch hours, but I forget. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to keep this going now that I actually have like 7 people going. If my phone messes up, I'll come back if I can and end it. But we shall see what my phone does. Because it was overheating before and I had to let it sit for a second off the charger. Hopefully this actually starts charging, but it wasn't doing it before. It just kind of started overheating. So if it gives me the overheat warning again, I'll have to try to come back and just end the stream. But since I got 7 people in here now, and I appreciate you all being here, whether you come on a regular basis or you randomly come in, I appreciate you. I know you come back because you see the value in my content, and I appreciate it. It means the world to me that you keep coming back. You were coming steady for a while, but I'm used to people coming steady and then kind of tapering off. I said, wait, you still come in, so the fact that you still pop in, I mean, even high voltage, high velocity Savage, he comes in randomly, you know. He doesn't come in all the time, but he does pop in every once in a while and says what's up. And he shouts me out every once in a while, so I appreciate that. It hasn't really helped. It hasn't really helped. I might get 1 or 2 people but the thing is, someone like High Velocity Savage, he has a particular type of audience that won't necessarily like what I produce. It's not their cup of tea. It's not what they want to watch, on a regular basis. High Velocity Savage lives up to his name. All right? Oh, he does. He definitely does. He even shouted out Nicole, makeup by Nicole. He even shouted out "Makeup by Nicole" the other night, and he did like a 4-minute video. I forget what it was about. Right in the very beginning, he's like, "Yo, she needs more support. I don't know why she's not getting the support that she needs. She works hard on her channel. Go show her some love, And I was like, that's nice. Like I know she tries her best to support as many people. Donate to her amazing art spirit. Shoot, before my phone decides to, I think my phone is just overheating. So if it overheats, like I said, if it kicks me out, I'll come back and end the stream. But we'll keep going until it does. Probably shouldn't do that, but now that 2 hours in, people are here. First monetization video. I plan on having 2 ads per minute just to play around with my. I don't know. They might get annoyed. But if that's your point, if you're doing it just to kind of mess with them, So this is what you do, okay? Here's my suggestion. I don't know how long that video you're planning to make that video, right? Here's my suggestion. Depending on the length of the video, do it. Try to make the video coincide where you know the ads are gonna pop up. So kind of make it like it's gonna like make the ads be like a um, special report type thing, right? Make it like a special like be like yeah. So what's up, guys? Blah 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 blah. And then just be if you know exactly where it's gonna happen, put special report, and then the ad comes up, and then you go, and then it goes right back into the video, and you leave, and you continue where you left off, and by the end of the video, go, what's up? I go, and you admit to what you were doing. If you could pull that off, that might actually be funny. If you could pull something off in that way, though, even if you don't do like the special report thing, right? Even if you don't do like the special report part, but like you just have your video going, but you know that at this point there's a good chance you're gonna get an ad, and then at this point you're probably gonna get an ad in this point, and by the again, the only part that you could probably really anticipate is at towards like the last minute or two of your video. Go, dude, this was just kind of a little prank. I was trying to do a special. Like I wanted to really celebrate getting monetized by throwing as many ads into the video as possible. If you like this video, thumbs it up. Blah 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 blah. And no promises, but I'll try not to do this again. Because if your audience is used to you doing that, a word from our sponsor. I don't know. I don't know if you can do that though. Could you? Yeah, high velocity savage. I've been calling him the jackass of YouTube. The TV show, because he does that kind of stuff. I keep looking. I'm not looking at this. I don't know what I want to do. Because I know it's windy out, and I don't know if I really want to go outside while it's windy. Maybe I'll just stay on until I feel like getting off then. I'll stay on for at least another half hour. Or until my phone gives up on me. Good night, Austin. Thank you for coming in. Good night, Manji. Right back at you, Austin. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for anything. And by the way, Austin, I still got that painting. So if and when you're able, I mean, whoever comes for it first, but I still have that painting. Will do. No problem. And I got some other artwork too. So I did a whole live stream Maybe that's what I gotta do. I'm gonna try to do a video just on my artwork, on stuff that I'm willing to let go of. Right on. So do me a favor, guys. Right, when I post videos about, when I share out my videos about particular YouTubers, right? Like if I'm shouting out Atwood, Roman Atwood, or Superwoman, or whatever, if you're following me on social media, share or tag that YouTuber to try to help me get their attention, right? Because I want, like, the Love Lift tracks. I want those people to see it, and if they like it enough, hopefully they share it. You know, so in the way that you tag somebody is basically you start typing out their name in your post, and their screen name should show up, and you click on that and you'll get the blue, like their name will turn blue in your post, and that's tagging somebody, at least on Twitter and Instagram. On Instagram it's a little weird, because if you do it by try to tag them in the photo, sometimes that doesn't work, because I've tried to tag people in specific photos on Instagram, and some of their names pop up and some of them don't. But if I type their name into the, like, you put the at sign just like you would do for an email, put the at sign, and, like, for me, like, if you're gonna tag, like, you've tagged people before on Twitter, Tiffany, right? You put the at sign, you put aloveproductions, and you see mine pop up. You click on it, and it should show up as, in blue, at aloveproductions. So that's tagging. Once you do that, they're gonna like it should show up in their feed. If it's a celebrity, or if it's somebody that's well known on YouTube, there's a good chance that they might not see it, because they probably get, hundreds of people trying to tag them and liking their stuff and retweeting their stuff and whatever. So they just might not get it, or they see it and they might not respond to it. Like, it really has to get their attention, and grab at them for them to go, to get a like on something. Like, out of all the YouTubers that I follow, right, there's only one of them, well, two, because sometimes Gary V will at least like. Gary V and Bradley Martin, who I Bradley Martin's the one that I did the Arm Day video for. Those two, Gary V and Bradley Martin, if I comment or tag them in something, sometimes they will like it. At the very least, they like it. They don't share it out, but they like it. I've yet to have anybody retweet anything that I put out. I've gotten likes or comments, for random comments back by Bradley Martin. Fuzi for a little bit was responding to people, and we went back and forth for a little while at one. And I joked about the one post. There was one post where I wrote a comment on Fuzi's Twitter, and he liked it, and then I responded back and said, it gave him a like for liking. I was like, I like that you liked my like, right? And then he liked it again, and I was like, and I said, this is the best conversation I've had in a long time, and he liked that. So, like, we just kept going back and forth. He never actually said anything straight out, but we went back about 4 or 5, at least 4 times, of me showing my appreciation that he gave a like, and then him giving a like about me appreciating the like, and then I said, I like the fact that you liked my like, and it went on for, like, again, like, at least four tweets back and forth. And then Alex Wasabi, the one that has the what it is, what it be, what it do, though. Alex be the man, you know that one, right? That's by far my favorite one so far. Right? But the fact that he kept going back and forth, though, that was funny as hell. That was funny. I was like, dude, I go, say something, retweet, do something, But the fact that I was getting the response, I was like, dude, that's awesome right there. And then Alex Wasabi, I don't know if he actually ever saw the full video, but I sent an unfinished video clip of his video on. I put one on. I tagged him in an unfinished 30-second clip of the video, and he actually responded. He didn't retweet it, but he actually responded and was like, "Oh, I love this." And I'm like, "Retweet it, dude." I mean, granted, when people like stuff, it pops up in your feed too. So even if they don't retweet it, like you'll see Alex Wasabi liked so and so's post. So sometimes it just shows up like that as well. So yeah, that's my thing. It's like, all right, you liked it. I appreciate the like. Retweet it. Tell people to go check it out. You've done it before. Just do it, please. Please do it. You know what that's gonna do for someone that's trying to make their dreams come true. And I'm always a little afraid. Like I know I should be pushing harder. Go, please check out the video. Please share out the video. Please check out the video. I try not to push too hard because I don't want them to end up blocking me or muting me or whatever, or trying to fix it so they can't see any of my posts or my comments or whatever. So like I try to tread lightly, but maybe I need to get a little more aggressive about it. Like at least once a week with my love lift tracks, I should be, you know, trying to get at least one person's attention or put out the playlist. You know, and I think, if I remember and if I could set it up properly, I think when the Ellen video is up, ready to go, I'm not gonna premiere it in the way that YouTube would premiere it, where like you can sit in the chat and talk to people. I'm gonna do it as a hangout. I'm gonna do it from. It's gonna be a day that I'm home, so it may not end up being the 15th. I don't know when the 15th actually shows up, but it'll be like my a Friday or Saturday night live stream at home. Right? I'll do it as a hangout so I can share my screen. We can listen and check out the other videos. And we'll play like I'll play it like it'll be the play out to the Love Lift track, the Ellen song. Right now, I'm still debating on the title. I don't know if I just want to keep it as Ellen's song or call it Be Kind, because I have the on my phone. I have the lyrics listed as Ellen's song. On my computer, the music is titled Be Kind. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of debating on the title. So I mean, it could be a combination of both. Be Kind, and in parentheses, Ellen's song. But we'll see. That's the least of my worries right now. Least of my concerns. Right now, it's just about getting the music done, making it sound as close to what I want as possible. So. But, yeah, I need to figure out, kind of going back to what we were talking about before. We're all struggling. I know a lot of us are struggling with money or whatever. Like me alone, I gotta pay the excise tax on my Jeep. I gotta renew the registration. I gotta get inspection next month. I know there's something on my car that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure what. I have a feeling that my exhaust might have a leak somewhere, or somewhere on my car has either air going through or something's not moving correctly, because I'm hearing kind of like the train thing that I was hearing before. It could be the transmission. I don't know. But I have no money to fix it. I think I need new tires, and I have no money to get new tires. I'm driving it, but once something goes wrong with it, where I feel like I can't drive, like I don't know, I don't know if it's gonna pass inspection. I'm praying to God, but I'm gonna wait till the last minute, like I usually do, and to get it inspected, just so I can, prolong it possibly being rejected. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, with me, I teeter back and forth about my concern with money. Because on one side, I have money coming in. On the other hand, not quite enough. And I don't want to speak. And then, on the sense of law of attraction and, all that, I don't, I'm always teetering on speaking on the reality, my current situation, because I don't want to block anything that is possibly coming. Because constantly saying that you don't have any money will keep you in a place where you don't have any money. And it kind of goes back to like, you know, getting out of the obvious or the logical and thinking the illogical. I'm tired. And normally I would be ending this to go sit in the vehicle, but because I know we got high winds right now, I know if I go outside the building, then the door's gonna lock me. The door's gonna get pushed closed and lock me out. So I'm like procrastinating with trying to go out, and I'm trying to keep myself awake. So hopefully when I go home, I can fall asleep easily. She said, "Be kind to one another, laugh with each other." She said, "Help one another, show love to each other." You know what I laughed at? You weren't here when I mentioned it. In the beginning of the song, right? My mother has been in high anxiety for about 3 weeks now. Partly to do with the health issues that she has at the moment. And just, I think in general, she tends to go through this every now and again. Last year it lasted all summer long. I have a feeling it's gonna last that long again. She's really trying to keep a control on it. But yeah, and then hold on. I don't know if you can hear the very beginning of this. The Love Lift song. Alright, so bring it up here. Alright, so I want you to, I don't know how much of this you'll be able to hear, but listen the best you can. Listen for the bass drum, alright? You're gonna hear doom, right? But listen to the tempo. You might be able to figure this out because you listen to a lot of music. But see if you can. What song comes to mind when you hear the bass? If you can hear the bass. You know what? I'll even mute the lyrics. All right. I'll even mute that. All right. What comes to mind with that bass line? I'll wait for your. Give me a random thought. Does something come to mind? Maybe it's not. Do you have something at the tip of your tongue? Ready? Hello, Mr. Ghostly. She works hard for the money, so hard for the money. She works hard for the money. works hard for the money, so hard for the money. She works hard for the money. You better treat her right. Like when my vocals were playing over that, I'm sitting there going, why does that sound familiar? She said, be kind to one another, laugh with each other. She said, help one another. And you better treat her right. It's like when it got to the last that rhythm, that beat, I literally couldn't. Like I laughed. I was like, dude. It's like I was like I was like. She works hard for the money. So that's Donna Summers, right? That sings that. Apparently, I think it is Donna Summers. And apparently, when I was a toddler, my mother went to California to visit my uncle. And apparently, she stayed either in Donna Summers' house or Donna Summers' sister's house in LA. I don't remember. I think my aunt or somebody knew them somehow, and she ended up at that house for a couple of days or something. Were you born in? Did you grow up in South Central? SA? Sorry if that comes off a little racist. It's not meant to be. See, I feel very weird about doing any ethnical type jokes because I don't want to come off as it being like a stereotype racial thing. And somebody will, come across that and go, I can't believe she did that. So racist. Just like in High Velocity's live stream like a couple weeks ago, I guess somebody came into the chat and I don't think it was him. I think it was the young boys that were in the stream. I think one of them was his son, and one of them was the son of the guy that he was with, one of his friends, and they used the N word. And the woman was going off in the chat going, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you used that kind of language around your children. I can't believe you let your children use that language. I'm going to report you. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. But High Velocity, he doesn't care. He's like, he was like, do what you're going to do. It's like, it wasn't, he's like, and you know, and even he started to explain. He's like, listen, you know, I come from the hood. All right, this is how we talk. This is how we talk in the hood. You know, it's not meant to be derogatory. This is, you know, the slang that we happen to use. And he doesn't necessarily use that. And I don't even think the guy was paying attention. I don't even think I heard him really say it. You know, or I missed that part of, like, I stepped out of the stream for a little bit, you know. And when I came back, I saw this, like, argue, heard him talking about the woman in the stream, and he was like, you know what? She can do what she wants. I'm not worried. You know, I mean, I'm on the fence about that word myself. You know, granted, on one side, I understand that, like, you know, especially in particular groups. I'm being very careful, as you can see. You know, among certain groups, it's an acceptable term of endearment. Something that you just say, what up, like saying, what up, homie, what up, bro, whatever, what, you know, what, you know, yo, dude, you know, it's you know, they took away the stigma from that word, but because we all, you know, especially if you grow up in this country and you know U.S. history, because you know, because there's a historical stigma to that word. I understand why even, you know, people of certain ethnicities, you know, even in that ethnicity, go, you know, nobody should use that word. Not just, you know, us light skinned people, white, you know, peel, redneck, colored people. um, you know, I understand why nobody likes it coming from us. I understand that, and I agree to some extent why it shouldn't be used among anybody, regardless, because even though you're like not using it in that fashion, because of the stigma behind the historical stigma behind the word, I'm like, that's where like I'm kind of like, and then again, I don't feel like I really, it's my place. Like I do feel like in some respects, there's some things that are not. It's not in certain groups of certain people's places to comment or say certain things. You know, and it does bother me even more when I see a group of white kids saying it. I'm like, really? And one of the, and that's the only time where I ever, find myself using a phrase like, what are you trying to be black? Right? I hate that phrase. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, when I hear, a bunch of white kids using that particular word or, particular phrases, that's when I'm like, I go, really? I don't feel like we all need permission to use any word, but I just feel like it's not about having permission to say something or not say something. I just feel like there's a fine line between saying certain words and certain phrases, and when it comes from, if it's part of a particular ethnicity, if it's part of a particular culture that you're not a part of, I don't, like, and I think that's why that's the other reason why I'm uncomfortable, where it's not just about the historical stigma, but because artists, hip hop artists specifically, use that word in their music, and people of all colors and creeds and whatever listen to that music, especially young people. When you put it in a public domain like that, you give the public that listens to you the permission to use it, to say it, to act in that way. Right? Again, nobody gives anybody permission for anything. We have free will. But you put, it's like words like bling in, dab in, you know, you put that in a song, you put that on a video, you put that in a particular context. And young impressionable people are listening and watching, and they think that is cool. They think that's how they want to be, regardless of race, color, creed, religion, sexual orientation. They grow up, and if they happen to like, a particular style of music or particular style of movies, like I didn't necessarily gravitate to hip hop, but I gravitated, like, I listen to a lot of music. I do listen to more pop music than I do hip hop. But I do listen to a wider range of music. But when it comes to movies, I was gravitated to movies like, Don't Be a Menace to Society. Um, I was gravitated to those, like, those styles of movies. New Jack City. So, you know, and I grew up in the beginning eras, like in the early '90s, '80s and '90s. I was a teenager. I was going, but, like, that's an impressionable, you know. I mean, why do you think people wear Adidas, and why do you think people wear Nike, especially young people? Where do you think those trends and those habits come from? You know, Granted, older people get into that stuff too, but from the ages of 10 to, say, 21, which is a young adult, even 21-year-olds are still impressionable. That, like, they come across a new artist, and 90% of their music is F this and N that, and hate this and hate that, or showing booties and showing, you know, showing a particular lifestyle, whatever. And even at 21, you can be impressionable. Go, oh, I want that. I want the rims. I want the chicks. I want, you know, booty call. you know. So, and again, when it comes to that, when it comes to words that you don't want a particular, that you don't think a particular group of people should be saying or whatever, once you put it in a public domain, there's no longer, you don't have the right to say that phrase or word, because you put it in your music for people to hear and like and see it as something popular or seeing it as something cool, you know? What's up, BIB? BYB? Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I would have been actually done like an hour ago, but because everybody always shows up, everybody always shows up when I'm about to end my stream. So I had 7 people in, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay. But most likely, I will not be on tomorrow night because I want to work on the Love Lift track. No, it's all good, not you. Like an hour ago, I was gonna end the stream because my phone was overheating and I was afraid it was gonna kick me off again. I said, if it kicks me off, I'm just gonna end it. And then 7 people showed up. Yep. Yeah, let my phone overheat and then everybody shows up. When my phone works perfectly and nothing's going wrong, I get 1 person. Random topics. I don't even remember why it even came up. The N word came up. Like I started talking about the N word for some reason. I don't remember why. I really don't remember. Oh, it was because I made a slightly ethnic type joke towards Ghostly, and I started saying how uncomfortable I am at just making ethnical type jokes, even if it's not meant to be racist, even if it's not that bad of a joke. It's just when it comes to making jokes about specific groups of people, even if it's the lightest hearted joke in the world, I'm actually very uncomfortable making those types of jokes because I don't want to come off as offensive. And then, because I was like, I go, the people in the chat know who I am, and you might not get offended, but somebody will get offended, right? And then I started talking about how High Velocity Savage, in one of his streams a couple of weeks ago, either him or the kids that were in his live stream used dropped the N word, and that there was actually somebody in the chat that was like, "Can't believe you're letting your kids say that. Can't believe you're saying that. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna report you. Da 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 da. I'm never coming back here again. I can't believe that you allow you teach your children to speak like that." And of course, High Velocity Savage was like, "Lady, do what you want. I don't care." And he's like, "I'm from the hood." And then Ghostly said that he was born in L.A. or he grew up in L.A. or whatever. And I made a little joke and said "Ese," and then I got into the whole rant about, um, you know, certain words and certain phrases, and the N word, and how I'm trying to summarize what I said so I don't go through the whole spiel again and stuff and saying like how yeah, I understand the why, regardless of how people, different groups use that particular word. I don't believe it should be used in general because of the historical um, stigma behind it. Right, for me, I understand why, you know, why people don't want white people using that, but even between, you know, the same ethnicity. See, like even trying to say black or white, I don't like using those descriptive words. I don't like I don't like calling black people black people. I'm like, that's not like, to me, that's not a descriptive word. To me, that's not a descriptive word for a person. And you're not black, you're brown. Where the hell did the word black come from? You're different. You're like, you're disconnection. Like if you're gonna put a color, I'm like, where did the descriptive to call, people of a darker complexion? Where did the word black come from? They're not black. There's like dark brown. There's, milk chocolate. There's light skin. There's extra light skin. I don't. And the thing is, it's kind of like even with white people, generalize all white people to be the same ethnicity. Right? Even within white people, what the ones that you would consider white racist. What makes it worse is not all white. It's a general. The word white is generalized when, you know not all. What is white? That's not an ethnicity, right? But like if you put five white people next to each other and you say, what's your ethnicity? Somebody's going to say Italian, someone's going to say Irish, somebody's going to say Middle Eastern because there are white Middle Easterns, someone's going to say South African because there are white South Africans. Jews, Catholics, Christians, Buddhists, they all come in white. They come in all colors, really, but you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, and even those that follow the hate groups are part of the hate groups. Some of them are Irish, some of them are German, some of them are Scottish, some of them are straight up. Their history comes from, you know European descent or African descent, or so like. I have to laugh even at white people that try to use the whole white power thing. I'm like, but don't you realize even in the white race, not everybody that doesn't categorize exactly who you are. Like they put all black people. Now I'm using the description, and I hate. You see how I stopped myself saying it. All right. That they put a color on somebody and they group them all together. And then somehow like Asians became yellow. I'm like, Why? I don't know, it's just, but for me, just to even describe somebody, I hate using the color or calling somebody by their race or religion or whatever. Like, it makes me extremely uncomfortable. And then, back to the whole N word, I was, again, to generalize what you know, to summarize what I was what I was saying is that, you know, especially the hip hop community, not especially the hip hop community, but, I was talking about how, white kids walk around saying the N word because they think it's cool, and then people get ticked off when they hear a white person saying it. And I'm like, well, you kind of gave them permission when you put that song in your video or your song or your movie, because no, I understand that. I no, I understand. Like, I get that, and that's why, like, you know, I know there's a lot that I don't know, and, I'm aware of what, I'm aware that I don't know all, everything, and the more that I learn, the more I get ticked off, and, like, where did this, and even finding out that this has happened around the world, like South Africa and whatever. Like, I'm like, I grew up thinking that it was just an American thing. And then hearing someone like Trevor Noah speak about apartheid, and, like, I didn't even know about that. That's not something I personally remember learning in history class, and, in school. I didn't learn about apartheid. I didn't learn about, you know, I think I had one world history class, and like, some of the stuff that I've learned through celebrities or, through documentaries, I'm like, really? There too? Like, even when I converted to Islam, when I was first learning about Islam, I converted, and the more that I was learning, I was like, wow, there's a lot of division here too. Because, I mean, get on the topic of religion and Christianity alone, there's so much divide. Forget about race and color, just the way to worship, what part of the Bible to follow, what rule, what commandments do you follow, how do you follow those commandments. And we all know that nobody follows any of the rules. Some of the ones that devoted their lives, maybe. But, the majority of people don't fully follow, you know. Right? And then in Islam, when I was learning about it, I was like, and reading that, you know, here's the interesting thing that, and I could be wrong, and I'm sure somebody, if they come through this far enough into it, will have something to say about it. But the little bit I converted, I grew up, um, I was baptized as a Catholic. Rebelled all through my youth. um, Converted to Islam in 2010. Um, I don't. I still consider myself Muslim, but I consider myself more so just a free spirit, because I take what I believe from different, from everywhere. What I've learned from converting is that, I've seen the common ground between religions. The little bit I know of every, of the religions that I've looked at. I'm not a hugely religious person by any means. I mean, even though I consider myself Muslim, I don't get to my five daily prayers like I should. I don't, I do my best to live a morally good life. I try to be the best person I can be. You know, mashallah. Are you Muslim? Or just happen to know Arab words? Because I know the word mashallah. Nice. Assalamu alaikum then. But like when I was first learning about Islam, or like when I was when I was trying to do my own little research, and I had heard about there being Sunnis and Shias, and I think I forget there's two other divisions, or two other sects of Islam that I forget the names of. The only difference I would say, as far as that's concerned, they all read from the Quran, and the Quran has never been changed. But that being said, just like Christianity and Judaism, that I know has different divides and sects within the religion, even, obviously you hear little bits about what's going on in the Middle East between different Islamic countries because of their belief on how things should, how, this group believes in a different way of Islam. And the majority, what I believe is that, and from the those that have grown up Muslim, those that have come from Muslim countries, Islamic countries that I've come in contact with, they're some of the most kindest, accepting, the hospitality, like the way that I grew up with Americans being, where like their doors open to you, they want to talk to you, they want to be neighborly to you. This, this is what I've seen through the people that I've met, and I've also seen how they act towards each other the way anybody else acts towards each other. But again, in Islam, I've learned again, if you watch a little bit of the news and you hear about the little bit that's going on in, like, between Saudi Arabia and Iraq or Iran, or the different Middle Eastern countries, like, there's Muslims fighting against Muslims because one group believes differently than the other one believes. Just like, extremists in the major religions going after each other, they're going after each other, there's people in the same religion going after each other because a slight a big or slight difference in opinion on how things should be run, or how to really follow the religion, or how to really, you know, I think at its core, all religions, including like Buddhism, which I believe don't believe in God, but believe in a higher power, believe in a higher self, or whatever. They all still follow the same moral compass. They all follow the same, you know, end result about finding peace within, connecting with a higher power, being kind and respectful, and showing love to everything and everyone around you. And it's man in the way we're wired for whatever reason that twists and turns and interprets things that the way that they do. And there's groups of people that believe in the same way, and and they find each other, and you know, and then they want to attack the other ones because they don't believe the same. So it is what it is, what it is, what it be. Anyway, I love how this kind of went like all dissecting, which is never what it's meant to do. Hyper normalization. If I remember, is it on YouTube? Well, all my social media is in my description. Feel free to follow me and either DM me a link, and I'll look it up. Or you can email me. Let me know it's you from the chat. As always, all my links are in the description. Alright, I'm gonna give this maybe 10, 15 more minutes because I do have to, actually do my job. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you send it to me, Tiffany, I'll send it to Tiffany if you're interested too. Don't worry about it. There's really not anyone new in here, so Yeah, you have a good one, BYB. Yeah, when you send the link to me, I'll send it to Tiffany. I'm tired. Can't do it. I'm trying to look at the screen. My eyes are looking in the direction they are because I'm looking at the screen instead of the camera. I want to look at the camera, but my eyes keep going over there, over there, over there, over there. Like even when I come, look, see, I'm looking at I'm looking at the screen. I'm not looking. Like I'm trying to look at the camera. Because I want to see myself looking at the camera, I end up looking at the screen. I got something in my eye. Do I? This is really hard to do. I do this with my little, when I talk sometimes, I look over my glasses. And I was doing that the last time I saw one of my cousins. And like, why do you do that? It looks weird. Looks freaky. I'm like, really? The funny thing is I can't really see people's eyes when I don't have my glasses on, so I don't even know why I do this. It's because I'm looking that if I'm eating or doing something, I don't want to look up. I don't want to move, and then I just look up like this, and I don't adjust my glasses. I'll be like eating or whatever, and I'm like, what's up? Because, like, in my head, I'm like, I'm just going to look up for a second. I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I'm tired. Doing it now. I'm doing it, and doing it, and doing it now. I'm doing it, and doing it, and doing it now. Gotta get that checked out. Do, 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 do. Gotta make sure it's not like glaucoma or something. I'm not in my head, I'm just tired. Alright, so maybe I'll end it so you can get some rest. I still got about an hour and a half to go, 2 hours to go. And whoever's lingering in the background, appreciate you being here. Just make sure you hit that like button before you leave. It says 4 people. So hit that like button. 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 Yay! Look, that's my audience. Yay! Yay! Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yay! Yay! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Alright, I'm gonna end it. Kind of losing it, getting punchy. I'm tired. Hopefully I can sleep when I get home. Until next time, have a good one, Keith. Till next time, to the next video stream. I'm gonna do my best not to stream tonight or tomorrow night, so I can get some other stuff done. I probably will stream either Friday night or Saturday. I'll try to coincide with Tiffany, see see if we can work. I'll do one night, you do one night, or something for Friday Friday or Saturday. Till the next one, till the next video. I will see you then. See you in the next one. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. If you haven't already, go check out my last poetry video, my last spoken word video. And I will see you next time. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. Till next time, much love.